Hello, my name is Candy Lien. I'm a Braille teacher at North Dakota Vision Services School for the Blind. And today I'm talking about making Braille labels for different purposes. I myself use Braille labels for a variety of different things. I think they're very helpful in helping us who have a vision loss to be more independent. First of all, I'll show you this labeling tape that has a adhesive backing on it. You can make the label, peel off the back, and stick it to an item that you want to be labeled. For instance, a file folder. But since they do stick to the item, they're not reusable. So I advise using these adhesive labels on something that you want to keep the label on for a good long time. I usually make my labels using the slate and stylus. And a lot of slates have slots in them for labeling tape. Maybe you've seen a slate that had these slots and you're wondering what that slot was for. So when you use the adhesive back labeling tape, you run it through with the adhesive back facing up towards you. Okay, just like that. And you can use your stylus to write whatever you want on the label. I'm just going to make a pretend label, and I'm going to say this label is just going to say Braille on it. B-R-L. Okay. Remove the tape from the slate. I peel the backing off first, and then I'm going to cut off the label, because I've learned the hard way that you want some of the backing extending past the label, the end of the rest of the label, because it's hard to separate that backing from the labeling material if you don't leave some of it extending. And these, like I said, I'm just going to stick this to the table now, but you could use these sticky labels to label all kinds of things to help you organize your life. Shelving, like I said, file folders, packages, CDs, DVDs. You can label your appliances, like your washing machine, your dishwasher, your microwave, all kinds of items with these adhesive back labels. They're really great. You may want a label that you can reuse. Okay, there are a couple of different kinds that you can reuse. These are plastic labeling cards. They come in different sizes. This is a 3x5 card. These cards can actually fit into your Perkins Brailler, and you can write on them with your Brailler. And as you can tell, there is space on these cards to write more information than just the name of the item. So if, for instance, you have a cake mix in your cupboard, you might want to write yellow cake, and then the baking directions, 350 degrees for 25 minutes, or whatever it is. You might want to write how much water you would add to the cake mix. There's enough room on here for several lines of Braille. You can cut this up and make it smaller if this is too big. And then just use a paper punch to make a hole in the corner of the card and attach it to the item with a piece of elastic. These work really well. They are, as you can tell, they're plastic, so you can they hold up forever, and you can wipe them clean, so they work really great in the kitchen. You can not only label boxes of things in your cupboard, but frozen items in your freezer. Another type of reusable label is the magnetic label. This is magnetic labeling tape. You can use your slate to write on it, like I did with the adhesive back tape, and this sticks to the tops of cans in your cupboard. So you could write corn or peas or tomato sauce. I abbreviate, so I might put like TOM and then a space, and then an S for tomato sauce. But you can figure out your own abbreviation system if you want. And these are reusable. So I keep them in a Ziploc bag in my drawer, and when I get a new can of soup, I will find the appropriate label and stick it on the new can. Another type of label that we need, and I don't have an example of it right here, would be for labeling clothing. I use clothing labels all the time. There is a special type of labeling tape that you can get from American Printing House for the blind that is very durable, and it goes through the wash and the dryer and holds up really well. And this tape is a little bit more expensive, but it lasts forever. You reuse it over and over again. So yes, you can buy pre-made clothing tags that have colors on them, but I've found them to be very limiting. They only have certain colors like red, blue, green, black. And I like to know if something is khaki, beige, turquoise, navy. You might want to know if it's pink stripes, yellow flowers. If you have t-shirts, you might want to know what it says on your t-shirt. You can write that on the Braille, on this clothing tape that you can use. And just poke a safety pin through the end of the tape, attach it to your item. I usually attach it to the tag on the back of the shirt or inside the waistband of the pants. And then you can take that tag off when you're wearing the garment. I put it on the top of my dresser. When I'm done wearing that garment, I put the tag right back on again. I can put it in the laundry, and like I said, it goes through the washer and the dryer and comes out just fine. The pins that you use, I've never had any trouble with them rusting or damaging any of my garments. So those are the clothing tags. Now, you may not want to use a slate and stylus to make your tags. Well, there's an alternative. Here I have a Perkins Brailler, and this is called the Dymo tape holder for the Perkins Brailler. And it's an attachment you can buy from Maxi Aids. It costs $31. I'll show you how I put it on the Brailler. Lift up the levers on the top of the Brailler. Make sure your carriage return is in the middle. Then you just slide this in. Press the levers back down again. There are little clips here on either end of this attachment that would hold the labeling tape in place. Now in this case, when you use the adhesive tape, the adhesive backing will be on the back because you're going to be writing just like you would on paper with your Brailler. Okay, let's see, I want it towards the end, and I will just make a label that says Braille again. Remove it, peel the backing back. Cut it off. Now I have a little extra tape because of the way you need some extra space on the tape to insert it into those little clips. So you do end up wasting a little bit of tape when you use this attachment. I'll just stick it to the Brailler. Okay, and you can use the magnetic tape will work in here too, as well as the adhesive back tape, and the clothing tape will also work with this attachment. Here's another nifty little item for making Braille labels. It's a single line slate. So you just run the tape through here like you would a larger slate, fold it over right as you would on a slate from right to left. But it's really handy just for making labels. You can also use this single line slate to put over the edge of a sheet of paper if you want to just mark a sheet of paper with some Braille so you know what's on that paper. I've done that with print items that I want to save and I want to be able to tell what they are again. I'll just put this over the top of the paper and write on it what is on that sheet. So I hope that these ideas will help you to be a little bit more independent and more organized in your life.
Thanks for watching our Golden Guide.